lot of women today act like escorts. If a man has to pay you for your time in order to go out with you, you're an escort, okay? Because us regular girls are not charging men money to take us out on a date.
Everything in life is transactional. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. But as a man, you should be doing the scratching first. Especially if you're trying to date or court a woman, you need to take the lead, like every chance you get. Because as women, we were taught to follow in the lead of a man. So if you're the man and you're not leading, what am I supposed to be following? I get so tired of hearing men say, oh, I didn't do this because she didn't do that. Like, why don't you just do it because you're supposed to do it because you're a man? Why are you looking for the woman to do something in order to trigger you to do something? That's not how that goes. You're the man, you do what you're supposed to do, and the woman will follow suit. If she's not following suit, then maybe you should take a step back, look in the mirror, and figure out why. More likely than not, it's because you are not doing what you're supposed to do. A lot of problems could be solved if everybody stayed in their role as a man, as a woman. Simple. Men do what you're supposed to do. Women do what you're supposed to do. Everything will be fine. And lastly, men, if you're not ready to take the lead in every aspect of your life, do not date.
This internet stuff is undefeated. You know, nowadays, people look at relationships as transactional for the right now. But they want to be in long-term relationships. But it's transactional for the right now, not transactional for the lifetime or the future. Maybe I sacrifice and be committed to this, and in my sacrifice and commitment, you actually bring forth this to the table, and you sacrifice and you're committed to this, and we become evenly yoked, and we walk this walk together. Now it's just for the right now on what I'm going to get. Transactional, I bring something to the table, you bend over, spread your cheeks, and then it's just a whole bunch of weirdo stuff, and we're normalizing this as if this is the norm and this is okay. Where you see women online saying now, if he wants my time, he got to pay me. If he wants to take me on a date, he has to pay for my daycare, get my nails done, get my hair did, do all these different things, right? And they're normalizing this down to where women are starting to regurgitate this rhetoric, right? And then you have men on there saying, man, listen, we got to go 50-50. In order for me to do this, she got to do this. They got to do that. There's no more sacrifice and commitment. But the problem is you're still getting together making babies. You're still getting together creating life and bringing forth life into the world when you have absolutely no sacrifice and commitment towards each other at all. Everything is about what you can do for me right now. I'm in the now, not tomorrow. That's the world we're living in. And it's become a whole cesspool. It's become an issue. So Corey Holcomb, he was running a segment on his channel where he was talking about this and why he would rather go deal with ladies that work at the club, right? Ladies that swing on the pole rather than dealing with these other women, right? This was his explanations to this. Check this out.
Let me explain something to y'all. Corey Holcomb likes to go to the strip club every once in a while. Do you know why I like going to the strip club every once in a while? Because I am absolutely blown away and fascinated looking at all of the female bodies. When you don't look at that all the time, when you're not around it all of the time, you are blown away looking at all of the female bodies in the strip club. I actually like that I'm not used to it.
And there's a couple of good reasons.
I enjoy looking at them so much. It's like it's so fascinating to look at all of the different human bodies. But check this out. I wouldn't pick a stripper to be my real girl. Now this way it goes to what I'm talking about. We don't know how to pick a real woman. Corey Holcomb would look at the stripper as if they are not to be chosen as the real girl. Well, let me tell you something. The women I've chose to be the real girls are worse than the strippers. I get more honesty from the strippers. The women who I have tried to build with have all lied to me. The women who I have tried to build with have told me I'm no good because I have been a guy who messes with different women. I have been that. But when I dig deep into the women that I have been in serious relationships with, they're all scumbags. And I look at the like the is nothing. But I'm telling you, the women that I've been in relationships with, when you really break down how they try to make it seem like I'm bad and they're good, when I dig into who they are, I find out, oh, this is. I've been in relationships where a woman will hide what she has, but take everything I have. We'll go to court to take everything I have, but hide everything they have. But the I'm with, I'm able to communicate with and get what I want, long as I come up with what they want.
So when you hear Corey talk, I hear Corey talk like this, I hear women talk like this, and everybody's against each other. We just hate effing, right? Nobody's in an actual relationship or understand what a relationship entails. And he's saying that he'd rather go to the stripper because the stripper is going to be honest with him. She's upfront with what she wants, right? He's up front in what he wants. There's an honest transaction. Nobody's trying to play nobody. He understands what her job is. Her job is in there to make money. His job is in there to be pleasured and pleased, right? So she has a need, he has a want. Let's meet in the middle. I'm gonna say it again. She has a need, he has a want. He has a desire. Let's meet in the middle. So they already know what they're there for. But when he's dealing with these women that he actually has expectations in, he's saying that they're not meeting the requirements. But then you have women saying the same thing. They're not meeting the requirements, right? So you have women online talking like this.
I don't know. It's like I can have like $1 million in my pocket and I be still want my nigga to pay for shit. Like, I want you to spend your money. I don't want to spend my money because why should I have to spend my money? I think I should save my money and then we should like, just spend yours, and then, if anything happens, I'm here for like emergency purposes. I really think that's a smart way that we should do things. Like, it's kind of like saving, like budgeting, like a budget thing. Like, I just feel like he should spend it all and then I should save for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it makes more sense that way. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to go and spend any money, right? I'm not tripping. I don't know. But hey, I don't pay for shit. It's all on my nigga. Thank you. Clock that, T-babes. I don't get you girls. I don't.
Probably not the most popular opinion, but I think that men who pay for the cat, I can respect it. So why do I respect it? I respect it because the man already is letting the woman know that he doesn't want anything but, the act. We'll say playtime, meaning that he doesn't waste a woman's time like going on a dating app and then matching with someone knowing fully well that all they want is the cat at the end of the day. But the thing is, that's a broke man. See, a man with money will be able to pay for it. I know this conversation probably sounds so wild, but I want you to like hear me out. A lot of times women end up giving up the cat for free, for nothing. And I know you've heard it before and you're thinking like, oh, what is this, prostitution? Yes, it is. The thing is that it's free prostitution. The man didn't have to do anything to get it, right? He didn't have to give you any money. He didn't have to wine and dine you. Like nothing happened for him to get it. So you got to look at the two women in this situation. There's a woman that knows her worth and is saying, pay up. But then there's the other woman who maybe knows her worth, but the thing is she's not fully getting what she wants because she's leaning too much on potential. And so she lets this guy come in knowing that he wants nothing to do with her to get it for free. And then at the end of the day, it actually did cost her something. It might not cost her anything like money, but it cost her her time, her emotions, her mental capacity by holding space for someone who actually had no desire to be fruitful with them. So before you start turning up your nose at the women who are getting financial things from men, think about what they're requesting from that guy. They're basically saying, and before you can get playtime from me, you gotta show me that you are worth my time. In reverse, with the broke man wants you to give up all the fun, all the luxuries, all the playtime in the world for free. This was like an extreme example of what I'm trying to convey, but it's the truth of and reality of what happens today. Women or men, even, you give up your time, things that are so precious and important to you for nothing, and then you are emotionally spent when all that you're giving up doesn't come back to you at all. Like, you get nothing back from the situation. And so it's important to know what is your worth. Now, I'm not saying become a streetwalker. I'm just saying know your worth and add tax to that. No one should be getting anything from you for free because it's not going to feel good. Trust me.
But then that's not just all women, because all women don't agree with this. There's some women that saying, man, listen, you're not even qualified to actually be online talking that man should pay for everything, man should do this, a man should do that. What do you bring to the table? Who are you? Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to clean? Do you even clean your body right? Do you do all these different things right? So they're calling these women out because a lot of these women got sons, and they know how the dating pool is. See, we spent years talking about black men and what black men ain't doing, what he can't do, how he's not being raised. But we haven't talked about a lot of these women today. And a lot of these women are just as jacked up as the men are. In the house of dysfunction, in the middle room, there's the sister in the back room, there's the brother in the front room, there's the mom, and everybody's bringing this dysfunctional behavior and thought process to the table, right? But their sisters actually holding other women accountable and calling them out and talking like this.
I'm concerned for our men. I hate to say it. I thought I'd never be the one, but since when did money become the standard for picking a man? All I see on social media is my man better be buying me this. He better be buying me that. He better be paying for this. He better be paying for that. Since when did his character and how he treats you not become the top priority? I am a girl's girl to my core, but we have to do better if we want quality men. Good men are out here giving up on love and deciding to be single and not take relationships seriously because of fear of not being able to live up to a woman's financial standards. I truly think us women have gotten ahead of ourselves, thinking that men are supposed to pay all of our bills, take care of us, buy us Van Cleef bracelets and Chanel bags. Just puts a burst in a bubble on the good man because he's like, all right, well, I can't afford to buy my woman Chanel and take her to Turks and Caicos every other month and do all this other stuff for her. I'm a normal guy, and so I guess I need to be single because these women out here they're not looking for what I'm trying to give, which is true love and an honest living. And I just think that women have to change their thought process. It's not about what a man can do for you, but it's about who is that man to you. Is he a good man? Does he treat you good? And if he treats you good, then all of those things will come. But why is money the first thing that we're looking at and then everything else comes after? It's just not going to turn out.
This generation is definitely unrealistic. Everybody wants them a nigga that can take care of the bills, that can buy them Chanel bags, that can buy them the latest damn car. But when you flip the damn mirror and you look at yourself, what do y'all be having going on? What can y'all bring to the table at least? Okay, cool. Everybody wants to buy it. I know I do. But some of y'all don't even have a driver's license to y'all name. Some of y'all don't even have a high school diploma to y'all name. Some of y'all don't even have a brain in y'all heads. Y'all don't know how to cook. Y'all don't even know how to properly wipe y'all butt. So I know y'all don't know how to properly wipe up y'all house. Y'all just ready to take. What can y'all give? I'm not saying if he pay the rent this month, you got to pay the rent next month. No, but what I'm saying is if he's paying your rent, at least feed the man. If he's willing to buy you these large purchases, at least let the man come home to a clean house. Every once in a while, at least buy the man a pair of shoes. If he could pay $300 plus on your wig, plus $100 something on your install, at least you could do is give him a little $50 haircut, something. I never understood that. I'm proud to say my man paid the rent every single month. Sometimes he paid the electric bill. Sometimes I'll pay if I'm feeling generous. It never exceeds $200. I never mind paying the Wi-Fi bill. The Wi-Fi only $30. But I watch the way he really busts his ass. So I never mind making sure it's food on the table. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Even if he want a good snack. My hair be expensive. I never mind walking into the store, getting him a little $90 outfit. I never mind doing it. It's a difference between wanting a provider and y'all just being straight.
Now let me say this. Relationships, I always say, ain't something that's promised to you like life or death. It's something that you gotta fight for. That's something you gotta fight for every day, especially in a time when relationships are anti, right? They don't want you to be together. They don't want you to be married. They don't want you to raise your children in two-parent households. They're normalizing being a single mom or a single dad. This is becoming the norm and cool because it's all about me. I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to sacrifice. Matter of fact, I don't even want children. But I'm gonna still have SCX, but now I don't want this child. Like it's just a cesspool. And you're being socially engineered to think a certain way because it goes against your biology. This is not the way your biology was set up. You're being socially engineered to think this way because of the new technology that's coming in. They don't need you to have children no more. They don't need you to have a bunch of children and work in a factory or work. No, they're replacing you with machines so they don't need babies no more. They have all the machines to do the work. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother discussion. And I know that 90% of y'all ain't even ready for it. You don't even know that you're not even operating from your own thoughts. You're not operating. You're being told what to think, how to think based off the future that's coming in now. Unfortunately. So now you've been conditioned to not want to have babies, make everything transactional. You've been conditioned by men, you jumping from bed to bed to bed, looking for a fantasy, emotional feeling. It's just a bunch of crap. And it's driving humanity into the ground. So you have these women and these delusional thoughts that a man got to pay for everything. You got this man and his delusional thoughts that a woman's supposed to do everything for him and he's supposed to do nothing for her. It's just all jacked up. It's just all messed up, right? And this is the way that a man he's not being raised to understand manhood. He's not being raised to meet the expectations or a standard that the community will have in him. He doesn't understand manhood. She's not being raised to understand womanhood and understand what her role is, right? We have equality, right? Right? But we got different roles in meeting the standards of that equality. But we no longer understand what that is anymore. Because we've had our communities interrupted by W supremacy that knocked the rules off, and then you have a whole bunch of other things that's coming behind that. So for me to be married to a black woman for 25 years in the black community seems like, oh my God, how did you do it? Because I wanted to, because I looked around and I went against everything that they was promoting to us. All the things that they was promoting to us, telling us what to do, I went against it because it's anti-relationship. It's anti-black marriage. It's anti-black woman. It's anti-black man. They want you to be a part of the letter community and they want you to be separate from your people. They want you to not get along, not like each other. I peeped that game a long time ago and said, no, I won't. I won't get caught up in your N-word traps. And this is what's going on. And we in a time now when nobody wants to be accountable for nothing. When you hear women talk, all they talk about is what men do wrong. They don't call, a lot of these women don't call out women. Some of them do. When you hear men talk, all they do is talk about what these women doing wrong. They're not holding men accountable. Nope, that's why I say I'm not pro-black man or pro-black woman. I'm pro-black people. I'm for what's right. When you wrong, and I'm going to call you out. But this is what's going on in the community. Everything is about the transaction. But y'all got to let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Let me know what's your opinion on this. And on my channel, I don't deal in gender wars. If you got to come with all gender and you want to blame women and don't hold men accountable, you want to blame men and don't hold your women accountable, I'm going to erase your comment. I don't want to hear it. I want us to grow up and look and talk about things from a more practical stance on how we can fix things the right way, not just blaming each other to the point where we get nowhere. We got to grow up. Peace.